Hi, I'm Christy,
And I'm Annie.
and today we are making this super delicious apple cake.
That's right, apple cake. It's called the Invisible apple cake.
Tell me more.
They call it that because it's a bunch of super thin layers of apple,
Okay.
kind of tossed together in a
Tell
batter.
me more. Keep going.
And okay, let me just fast forward. We can put this with vanilla ice cream. So it's really, really delicious. It's
Okay.
unlike anything you've probably tried, right? Because the texture is so different.
But I love like a warm apple cake or apple anything at this time of the year. It's
Yeah,
like it's just what you want.
It has cinnamon, it has apples. It just like begs
Ice
you
cream.
to make it in the fall.
Is it easy?
It's pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie, the only annoying thing is peeling the apples, slicing the apples, but
That's fine.
after that, you don't have to think about it.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's get right into it. Make this cake.
What are we doing?
So I'm gonna be peeling the apples. I personally love using different types of apples. I feel like they all add a different kind of flavor and texture and no, I'm not gonna judge flavor. So I love them. My favorite go-to is Granny Smith, just because that always balances out all of the sweetness.
So sour. I love a good Granny Smith.
Me too. But I love these, all of these. So I'm gonna be peeling them and then you're gonna be building our batter. You wanna do this right before because they're gonna get brown just in the time that we're peeling them and slicing them. So let's go straight into it. I'm gonna actually peel on top of a dish towel. That's how I like to do it.
Hot tip, tell them.
Hot tip. So I like to peel on top of a dish towel just because that way you collect everything here and then we'll throw it all out.
All right, and I'm gonna start on the batter. I'm gonna start with the eggs. I have all my stuff here. You can find the recipe on awaythatcounter.com.
That's right. Oh, look at you, double fisting the eggs, girl.
Did you know that when you crack the eggs like on top of each other, it's like the best, easiest way to not get shells?
I did not know that.
I don't know where I read it. It was definitely Instagram somewhere.
But it works.
But there you go. It works, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so.
No.
Okay, so beat my egg.
Beat them like on medium.
Does anyone notice how she even tells me,
I just want to be done today, you know? Like, it's for this year. I told you guys I'm bossy.
all right, boss, are my eggs beat?
No.
No?
No. So this is the thing, when you're baking goods, hot tip, the part that you don't want to skimp on is beating the eggs with the sugar. Once you add the flour in there, you don't want to beat it as much.
But I haven't added the sugar yet. It's still not beat enough though.
I just like for it to be completely like full.
Okay.
Think of,
I didn't know that.
yeah, no matter what you're baking, no matter what.
Oh, I didn't know. I want foamy eggs.
You're doing great.
This could be what most of the stuff I bake.
Does it come out great?
Okay. More foam?
No, you're good.
Okay.
We're
More
good.
foaming. We have foamy egg.
Foamy, you see? Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so dump in
now-
the sugar
The sugar.
and the salt. And then while I'm doing my apples, I'm just gonna squeeze some lemon on them. Sometimes I even squeeze like the bowl just to make sure that they don't get oxidized and turn brown.
Okay. All right. Going again.
Carry on.
Aye, catful.
Medium. So you see it kind of changed color? That's great. That looks awesome.
Okay. Do I continue or now it's time to add new things?
Let's go ahead and add the vanilla. Add
The vanilla. What else are we adding?
Okay, let's add the cinnamon and the baking powder into the flour and give that a whisk. Because sometimes what happens is that when we add that into the wet ingredient, it kind of can clump up. Has that ever happened to you?
Totally. And then that way it's all more even, no?
Yeah.
So I'll whisk them in my teeny bowl so that I'll realize how graceful I am. A bit pressed. Like the most graceful thing I've done all day.
All year.
All right, I think we're pretty good. So now I add that.
Dump that in there and the butter.
Butter makes it better. Nice room temperature butter, by the way.
I love doing it. I don't know why. It's so like therapeutic.
You peel apples like my abuela does.
Aww.
Yeah, she used to go around like that too.
I don't know why it's like
she did it with a knife like a gangster.
like a gangster. Oh look,
Yeah.
it got cut off. So like I said, all the peels are in here and I'm just gonna throw it all out so you don't have a mess. Scusa.
How much do I want to make?
Just barely. I would say we could stop there and then the rest just like incorporate it with a spatula. And then I'm using this to grate my apples.
So our batter is made. I added the milk. I just mixed it a little bit more after that. And we're gonna let it sit while we wait for our apples.
Yes.
Annie's using a mandolin like a pro.
So this is a little mandolin, not really, it's just a little gadget.
I've never seen it like that.
It's really simple. I would say do this before you go all in on a mandolin. Those are wickedly sharp.
I had a mandolin for like a hot minute. Didn't go well.
I personally love it. I mean, it's not only about getting it thin, it's about getting it uniformed. So this will do it for you because there's different grades, right?
Okay.
So I just would say, if you don't want to use a mandolin, don't use a mandolin, use a knife. Don't let that stop you from doing this recipe, okay? So the most important thing is just like, keep your
Apples thin, keep them uniform.
them thin, keep them uniform.
Okay.
So if that means doing it with a knife, do it with a knife.
All right, so we're gonna use TV magic to make all the apples be peeled.
We'll be here
And then
slicing.
what do we do?
Then
Once
we'll
they're
meet
done.
up
We'll meet you when we're done.
incorporate everything together.
Yeah.
We're gonna mix the apples into the batter.
So we're back, we're sliced and ready to do it.
Yes, and this is the part where we have to work really fast because the apples are already starting to oxidize. So let's add those to the batter. And if you have some lemon juice there at the bottom of the bowl, you want to add that too. So that'll just give all the flavor. Yeah.
Nope. All right.
Okay. So don't be scared. This is how it should look. You want it to be more apple than batter. It's just like a coating of the batter.
I'm very glad she's here because honestly,
You would have been scared, right?
Yeah, I would have thought, how is this gonna turn into a cake?
You will see.
Smells so good.
Just make sure that everything is coated, right? So once everything's coated, we're gonna put it into this parchment lined loaf pan. You can do it in a circular round pan as well. It's whatever your preference is. It's nice that, especially when you're thinking of desserts, like sub desserts, I like some that are round, some that are square, some that are rectangular, some that you could put on a stand.
It gives like a little texture.
Think of like height and texture to your table. Am I getting it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Your height is becoming
Really is.
a thing here. And so you don't have to even line them up like super perfectly. It doesn't matter.
No, because it's all gonna squish.
Madness.
It's all gonna squish down together.
This is the easiest recipe ever.
I told you, you just need like some muscle to slice it off. Or a mandolin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like it's overfilled, but it's not, because what's gonna happen is the cake's gonna puff up. Think of like a pancake. It's gonna puff up, and then the minute it starts to cool, it'll kind of settle down.
So that's it?
That's it.
You don't even have to like,
This is it. This is all.
let's go. Wait, we're taking it to the oven.
Oh yeah,
What are we baking it on?
350.
350 for how long?
About 50 minutes. You'll put a toothpick in, and you don't really want to see any crumbs.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
So we finished baking it and we let it cool.
It smells so good.
So good. So now what are we doing?
So I love using parchment when we're using a loaf pan because it just makes it so much easier to pop out. So we'll have it like this. It's a little bit warm to the touch, but not too warm. And we'll just,
You wanna I'll
slide.
and you slide?
Perfect.
Ready? One. Oh.
Don't burn yourself. Okay, perfect.
Pretty she is, honestly.
So pretty.
I still can't believe that mess of like apples and batter turned into something so.
So some people love to have this a little bit warm. The easiest way to cut the cake though is to have it completely cool.
And
that way
caramel drizzle too that you're showing.
it all just kind of like comes together. You can even leave it in the fridge and then it's like a little snacking cake.
Yeah,
you know?
So it's like good year round. It's not even just good for Thanksgiving. You can have this like any time of the year.
Anytime.
I love that.
And we're just doing a little bit of the sea salt over the caramel. It's so good. We're gonna slice it up.
Before I eat the entire thing, just like,
You wanna use that little paleta to,
oh my God, look at that.
isn't it so pretty?
Pretty. What do you think, this way?
Yeah, that's perfect. This guy there.
I love that.
Should we put a little more drizzle?
I love that for us. I love this. Yeah.
It's so good. Let's try.
Okay. Yes. Ready?
Ready.
Go. It's so fluffy.
That good?
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so good.
You guys, you gotta make this cake. This is it.
It's so easy. Isn't it good? Like, can't you imagine this like cold, warm,
It's easy.
hot?
You can be messy. You don't have to be perfect.
It's so good and it's so beautiful. And once people slice it, it just looks so impressive. We hope you guys love it.
Oh, they're gonna like it. They're gonna like it. Bye.